Oh, hey y'all, how's it going? Fatty here, and today we are going to be talking about the Andrewsarchus. Now this one, I'm going to be going over how to tame it, kind of the utility of it, where to find it, and all that jazz. So let's not waste any more of your time and jump straight into it. So these guys are going to be found on the top upper right hand corner. Now there is going to be one of the obelisks up there, and you're not going to go all the way there, but there is this mountain range, as you can see on the map where I'm at. Right now I'm at like 2060. Kind of going at a diagonal line, you're going to find them all along that mountain range. Now, what you need to do for this one is you don't need any special armor or anything like that to kind of sneak up on them. You do not want to aggro them, because if you aggro them, they won't be able to be tamed. But what you're going to need to do is get some giant bee honey, and I always like to put it in the last slot of my inventory, and then you're going to toss it out. So you can get fairly close to these guys. I like to crouch because it makes me feel a little bit more hidden. I really don't think that's a huge effect on these guys, to be honest. It's just a little easier to approach them. But what you want to do is get about as far as I did, you know, not so super close, but closer than you would for some other tames that do aggro. And then you're going to toss down the giant bee honey, and as soon as you see that disappear, you're going to mount it just like the horse. Now this one has a different little mini game that you have to do, and it's just left or right on you know, your controller, or you know, A and D on your mouse or on your keyboard. Now don't hold it. It kind of looks like you hold it, you press it, and it doesn't really go away, but you're just gonna actually keep clicking it, and you know, just doing it every once in a while is going to be enough. If you hold it, it will actually turn red like you did something wrong. So don't hold it, just press it back and forth, and then that's really all you got to do. Then it's yours. It is one of those tames that are rideable without a mount, so it could be a really good early game mount if you're looking for something, so you don't have to make a saddle. All you have to do is find some honey, and then it can be yours, which is really awesome. I know not a lot of tames are like that, especially early Ark. Now, when you do get going, you have two utilities without the saddle. One is a slide, which doesn't have a key on it, because you don't really need a key. If you just turn the Andrewsarchus really fast, you'll get a slide, and you see, as I did there, then it just kind of disappears. And then the other one is going to be like a speed boost. It takes a long time to recharge, but it is pretty nice when you get it, and it just gives you a nice, big, solid speed burst in one general direction. Now, the saddle is something kind of unique and cool. As most of you guys already know from seeing the trailer, and probably the reason why you want to tame it, it does have a minigun on it. Now, it's not a two-person mount. It is actually just a single-person mount. And the saddle has armor and weapons damage, which I think is kind of a unique one. You know, that's something you kind of want to see with like the tropes and different things too, but Andrewsarchus is the first one to have it, and that's really kind of cool. So what you can do is you can have ammo either on your character or in the Andrewsarchus. It really doesn't matter. Where the bullets are down at the bottom of the screen, you can see there are the ones in the brackets, and then the other ones, the numbers below it. The ones below it are what's in the Andrewsarchus, and then the ones in the brackets are what's on your character. Now, as you get going, what you want to do is hit Alt on your keyboard, and Alt, or is it Control? Oh my goodness, now I kind of forgot. It's either Alt or Control. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing this post afterwards. And then that's going to bring up your turret, and then you can kind of look left and right with it. Now, if you saw in the trailers, you're inside of it. If you're first-person mode, then you'll be able to see kind of through it, which makes it really difficult, in my opinion, especially if you're trying to move while aiming, because you can't really see too much. It's got a very narrow field of view. And then otherwise, if you're just going around, you just, after you press control, you'll see the crosshairs come up, and then you can aim. And then like some of the other ones where you have crosshairs, you can kind of move WASD, and you'll kind of veer left and right, but it doesn't give you as clear of a, you know, you don't aim where you're kind of like wanting the character to go or the creature to go. It does have a little bit more sway to it, but that's pretty much all you really got to do. It's a really nice mount. I don't know how well it's going to be doing in PvP. The minigun, the assault rifle, all of those have been kind of notoriously bad for PvP situations. So we'll just kind of have to see how it balances out in like PvP servers and stuff. I'm filming this on single player. I've been moving, so I haven't really been in a PvP season or been able to test this out in like a PvP kind of session. But the fact that you can get higher damaged ones, it might be a fairly good one. Now, the last thing I really want to talk about the Andrewsarchus is it has a pretty gnarly kickback. I was kind of doing some testing. I didn't actually record all of it, but the kickback from when you kick is actually pretty huge. I probably kicked a scorpion back, I would probably say like 10, 12 foundations backwards, which is kind of gnarly. Another one that can get kicked back pretty well is Stegos, which you know, those are kind of notorious for being like the main soaker and a little bit more difficult to deal with. So if you have a base that, you know, has like a ledge, or you're trying to just kind of get them back away from like doing a rocket run and you're just trying to buy that time, running in with the Andrewsarchus, kicking it, and then kind of running away just to give you enough time so they can't get close enough to damage structures with the rocket run is going to be pretty helpful. And I know another question people are really going to ask a lot of is if you can net it, and absolutely you can net it, unfortunately. Absolutely hate nets. They're one of the worst things that Ark's ever done. But you can net it, so it's just a good thing to know. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be doing a tame guide and multiple hidden base videos coming out here soon. You just moved, so give me a little time to, you know, kind of situate, unpack, and do all the things I got to do. But I will be getting those videos out really shortly. And yeah, thanks for being patient, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.